Hello awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another game of Starcraft 2. This is gonna be a continuation of the Nation Wars. We are currently watching, this is actually game number 3 from Mexico versus Canada. And I decided to not do this full series because some of the games weren't that great and I just didn't want to cast the full series. So I decided to cast Shura versus Light, which is game number 3, and I'm actually going to be casting the next few games from the series as well. Now the reason I decided to start with this one is last time I casted Shura I thought it was a male, and I have to apologize because it's actually a female player, something we don't see that often in pretty much I think any of the esports pro leagues. So I thought, you know, just to be a bit fair, I will cast this game and hopefully it'll be a very good one. So is Zerg versus Terran. Shura, actually by the way, also better known as Scarlet, in case you guys don't know. She's from Team Acer, she represents Canada. And just to talk about her notable achievements, the last ones that she has that are really worth mentioning are actually 2014 Heart of the Swarm, 4th place in MLG Anaheim, and 1st place in Red Bull Battlegrounds North America. Both of these were about, I believe, July 2014, so a while back but not too far ago. Looks like Light actually, while we're here, starting off with an early Reaper, so which is pretty standard, and it does look like Shura has decided to go for the expansion first, also quite normal, and of course scouted the wrong way, which is unfortunate. So that's pretty much it for our Zerg player here. Now on the bottom right hand side we do have Light, as I just mentioned. Light is spawning as green, which is something really cool. You don't see that many different colors in the tournaments. It's always red versus blue, and I'm so happy every time I see green. It's pretty damn awesome. So one of the other reasons why I decided to cast this game. So it looks like he's deciding to go for the command center right after one barracks, which is quite alright. He's just building up a few units in case he gets Ling rushed. And just a bit of details about Light. He is better known as MajOr, so he is Mexican, and he is currently on Team Root Gaming. He's actually been in and out of that over the past few years. I think he joined him about 4 or 5 times, but that could just be the way the Liquid wiki page is actually listing him. Maybe not, I'm not sure. Maybe he just quit them for a while and came back. Now some of his more notable achievements are actually in Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. So 2015 2015 and 14 he's won this in Heart of the Swarm. Or sorry, no, actually both of these are Heart of the Swarm. So Copa America Grand Finals, and these are from both 2014 and 15. He's actually won both first place in both of those. One of them was actually against Hawk, that was 2014. So obviously taking out one of the top players in the North American, well, Hawk is technically from Canada, in the North American kind of scene. So obviously this is a guy that we don't want to dismiss. He's obviously a very good player, and even though I don't personally know him that well, he's obviously quite a good contender here. Now another one of his achievements was actually also in 2015. It was the third place in Red Bull Battlegrounds North America. It's actually the same tournament that Shura won. So on that tournament she came first, he came third. Just a bit of a note there. So she has already been ahead of him in one tournament. Not sure how this history between these two players is, but of course that is definitely something to note. So just to mention, there is a starport going down. It has actually just completed. Where is it? Right here. So it's a 1-1-1 build, Destiny Cloudfist, as Husky has popularized it. And let's see what's going on here. So these Marines being very, very good here to preventing the Overlord from scouting. I do believe that's going to be safe. Just about saving that away. Of course, you don't want to lose any Overlords at the start, because that is pretty bad. Unless you, of course, are willing to sacrifice it to get some scouting information. Now, this Hellion and 2 Hellions and 1 Reaper are not going to be able to do much versus Queens. Going to be pretty easy to defend off, as long as Shura does not send any Zerglings at it. Now, there is an expansion going down here. Let's have a quick look to see if it's been spotted. It has indeed been seen. So at this point, Light is going to be aware that this is the case. There is actually a well-placed Widow Mine here, so going to be recharging very slowly. Let's see, there's actually no detection. Oh, sorry, correction, there is a detection being made right here. So this bit of aggression here, actually not doing that great. That Widow Mine actually just destroyed its own Marines, so that kind of backfired a little bit. A little bit unfortunate. So this queen gonna be slowly waddling away here. The Widow Mine, of course, has been cleaned up. Now there's a bit of a force out here. Actually, it's a bunch of Hellions, so these guys will definitely be able to get into the base and do significant damage if he just runs them straight into the mineral line. Gonna be doing quite a lot of roasting for himself. And there we go, another Widow Mine has been cleared up. And there we go. At this point, there's also, just to note, there is actually a Banshee. I couldn't quite remember the name, it's not being used that often. A Banshee, and there's actually stealth being produced for it as well. Second Banshee on the way also, and more Hellions. So obviously Light is very interested in the harass play right now. Not sure if these Hellions are just being mis-microed, or I think that was actually a bad rally point, so a bit unfortunate. Does manage to lose 2 of them there. Looks like he's freeing up the reactor here, so probably gonna bring on the starport over here. Let's see if he decides to do. Oh no, he's actually building another barracks there. So gonna be starting with the bio play right now. Very, very good transition here. I do think that these Hellions, I think his window for using them has almost completed at this point. He really, really does need to just run in there and just do some sort of economic damage, because the longer he waits, the easier it is going to be for Shura to deal with this. So Shura, he's deciding to take on the queens here. Honestly, I don't think that's the best of ideas, because of course, while he might be able to kill the queens, he's not really doing any economic damage other than the queens themselves. Now just to note and give a bit of credit where it's due, Shura has won a tournament recently, so well done to her. Now I want to have a quick look at how many workers has been taken out. There's 13 drones taken out already from Shura, so Light obviously playing quite a lot of harassment play here. And that is going to start playing effect if it continues on as well. So creep spread going down here has actually been cleaned up. There is 3 Banshees on the field right now. So these could play quite a big part. They can pretty much take out all of these drones here if not attended against. Now as you can see, this is actually, what is this? Are you going to select it? Oh, it's a hatchery. So it's a macro hatchery. And there was actually a spire created there as well. So currently on 3 bases with 4 hatcheries. So it's going to be basically producing a bunch of units out of that. I suspect that he's going to switch to muta play and then just rush out a bunch of Zerglings. Sorry, not he. She. I apologize, Shura. Again, I'm too used to saying he on these games, so something I'm going to need to get used to when casting Shura. Now this is actually going to be some crazy creep spread right here. She has 3 creep queens right now, so that's going to be spreading very, very quickly. Might want to spread this one over there as well, since he can. There we go, the engage going on here now. These Zerglings going to get roasted if they go up against these Hellions, and all of these creep tumors getting very, very quickly cleaned up. Very, very well played here by Light, I have to say. Taking all of them out. And at this point, oh, look at this. There's actually a bunch of Banelings being morphed in here. So he recognizes that there's a bunch of light units. Medivacs, yes, or not Medivacs, Hellions, they are indeed light units. The only problem for the Banelings is that the Hellions are faster. But there we go, not reacting to it in time. So Shura is able to clean a lot of these units up. There's just a few Hellions remaining at this point. It looks like the Queen's going to be able to ward this off. There's a few Mutalisks on the field as well, as you can see, just very slowly building them up. And there we go, there's actually an expansion here, getting spotted pretty much straight away, so this is very well scouted here by Light. Let's have a quick look. Oh, look at this, that's an upgrade you don't see every day. Now, funny enough, I don't recognize the update, the upgrade, so somebody tell me what that is, because I do not have the other UI on, so I can't really tell with this interface. We'll have to look that up, of course. Now, the army supply is actually quite heavily favouring Light at the moment, so if he moves on into the base, I do feel that he'll be able to take this on quite nicely. A few of these Banelings getting quite low on health. I think that if he decides, ooh, Mutalisk getting thrown out for free there. Shura, you have to be very careful with these units. Your rally points are not great right now, and this is blocked, so it's sending all of your units through like that. And there we go, this Banshee getting cleaned up. All the energy has been cleaned up on it, so Mutalisk from Shura are going to be able to clean this up. Now, I wonder, has that been spotted? No, this expansion has not actually been spotted, so at this point it's quite safe. She will be able to build that up unless... he is going to scout it out. Or you know what, he has actually decided to not go there, so he's not going to be aware of it. And this expansion gets completely cleaned up here. Very well played here from Light, deciding to just rush this all together. I think if he doesn't back off right now, he will get absolutely roasted here though. All of these units absolutely cleaning up right now. The question is, where is the army supply for Light right now? He only has these medevacs. I assume, oh there we go, this is all his army supply right here. He does have 2 liberators here as well. 2 more being produced as well. And he has level 2 bio weapon and armor as well. So he's obviously trying to stay in the biotech right now, trying to not get out of it too far. Even though he is getting ship weapons as well. Okay, creep spread is attempting to happen again. As you can see, these creep queens just going for that round number 2. If it gets cleaned up again, it's going to be obviously denying all of that vision for quite some time at that point. It's going to be a little bit unfortunate for her. There we go. At this point, this expansion is now up. I don't know how much is visible or how much of it has been revealed. Yeah, so at the moment, Light is not aware of Shura's expansion at all. He was getting very, very close to it, but the medevac didn't spot it. Sorry, the Banshee didn't spot it, and of course the attacking force didn't either. So it looks like this Overlord denying an expansion here. Now, not really that interested at the moment in expanding. He is only on the way with the command center, so it's going to take a while to create that and fly it over. This Widow Mine going to charge up, getting taken out as well before manages to charge up a second charge. Mulus Flock is getting a little bit dangerous now. If you notice, there's level 1 armor for flying units as well. Now this is a total of, let me count this, 5, about 20 Mulus actually. So quite a significant number of Mulus. 17 in total actually, I did count that up. So it's 12 per row as far as I can see here. 3, 6, yes, 12 per row. I'm not going to embarrass myself too much. And there we go. Zerglings are running in here. There's going to be a huge engage. Look at all these bailings. I'm finally seeing some bailing action. And I do apologize for the siren in the back. There is an ambulance passing by. And there we go. So a lot of units lost there. A lot of these Marines also getting a little bit low on health because of the stim pack. There we go, this Overlord finally getting cleaned up. This kind of indicates to Shura that there will be an expansion coming out here. She will of course be anticipating it any moment at this point. I mean, it's 12 minutes into the game. The main base from Light is expected to be mined out because you can just compare it to her own. And there we go, Ultras are actually on the field right now. Gonna be possibly seeing chitinous plating coming out of here very, very shortly as well. And it looks like Shura is actually transitioning into the Ultra Ling composition, which just means Ultralisks with chitinous plating and level 3 carapace, as well as crackling upgrades. Now this one Marine able to take out the Zergling. Now did Shura spot this? I don't think she's actually focusing on it. Doing a bit of a run by here, did get warded off quite easily with all of these units. Now the sensor tower is going to be quite beneficial for Light now, because he's going to be able to see everything that's going on here. These Mulists will definitely want to stay away from these. 6 total Liberators is going to be absolutely horrendous to fight against as a grouped up Mutalisk flock, because the damage from Liberators is actually spread. So it's similar to those units, I can't quite think of their name, from Brood War, which basically did a bunch of damage to flying units that are clumped up like that. It's similar to the Tor, but of course, as you know, Tors are not very commonly used in Legacy of the Void. Not quite sure why at the moment, but they're probably just not viable and they're maybe a bit too slow. But they were very, very popular against big, massive Mutalist flocks in the past. There we go, vision is being contested here pretty much the whole time. Gonna possibly scan out here, just try to, oh look at that, a nice fungal growth here going down on these Liberators, taking them pretty much all out at this point. Oh sorry, there's 3 more over here. That's half of them gone, which is actually still gonna be a big deal here. 3 more getting caught out with the fungal growths. There is actually, as you can see here, there is Ghost already on the field, so he will be prepared for these Ultralisks, although there's not that many of them. And there we go, looks like the Ultralisk engaging on here. There is chitinous plating and level 3 armor is actually complete here, so definitely going to be able to take on this bio army. There's not that much that they can do until the ghosts arrive. And there we go, the first ghost is now here. Is he going to snipe that? Sorry, 2 ghosts here. Now just a note, Snipe is right there. I believe it's 50 energy to snipe. So he will be able to do quite a lot of damage with that. Takes 4 snipes to kill off an Ultralisk. And these are going to be very, very menacing right now. The army supply is favoring Shura. So she is ahead. But she needs to make that push happen. That's the main thing right now. A few Zerglings running in here, starting to take out a few SCVs. Is it going to be anything significant? No, it doesn't look like it. Gonna get clean up here as well. Now it looks like this is being made into a planetary fortress. Of course, it is so far from your base, so you don't really want to have it as an orbital command. And there we go. A lot of Ultralisks on the field for Shura. That's a total of 7. And Infestors as well. Now I wonder, is she going to go for Broodlords as well? Also a very effective tactic. There we go, another snipe going off here. Now there's a lot of Widow Mines here. These could be quite deadly if the wrong kind of unit goes onto it. These Zerglings are absolutely toast. Actually managing to split that up quite nicely. 3 Widow Mines getting taken out very, very efficiently. And there we go, they engage onto the planetary fortress, getting that taken out so damn quick. That was absolutely insane. Gonna continue on with this push. Now there is this expansion here. I wonder, is he aware of it? He is indeed. Oh, sorry, he attacked it earlier, so of course he'll be aware of it at this point. He might want to take that out also. It's very fresh, so it would be very easy to take out at this point. There we go, rushing straight into the base here. Shura, she is doing an insane amount of damage right now with this attack. She is still ahead on supply. There's only a few forces here and there for the Terran player, and he's not able to get enough ghosts to actually take care of these Ultralisks. So look at that. As you can see here, so slow. And that's 2 units consistently attacking it. So at this point, oh, here we go, the actual engage from light. This is where all of his units was. Shura, she has so much resources right now. She could easily rebuild most of this army very, very quickly. Finally getting these Ultras taken out, but notice how long it does actually take. So even though the fact there is a huge army here, it's about 20 units nuking away at this Ultralisk, it still took them such a long time to take care of it, and it's the Ultra actually itself managed to take out a few units with it. So Shura going to be in a very, very dominating position right now. She has, let me count this is a total of 6 bases. This base just about getting saturated right now. And this is going to be very, very good for her. Now, a bit of a poking situation going down here in the middle. Now this actually is a bit of a waste of energy for these medevacs. They are of course useful while they have low energy, but not as useful because they're going to have to stop healing every now and then. And I think that the number of medevacs to Marine Marauders is a little bit disproportionate. So I think that right now Light needs to just pump out a bunch of units. I know he probably doesn't have, oh, you know what, his income is actually not bad, 1500 per minute, which can definitely pump out quite a lot of Marines, which appears to be exactly what he's doing. So 10 Marines being created at once. Now I'm not sure why, but for some reason, oh, this is actually on damage, so this should already show these units. Yeah, this should be showing what's actually being produced out of them. Quite annoying, but that's okay. So these Mutalisks here, cleaning all of this up. Now there was a lot of repairing going on in this missile turret, so obviously he lost a few Mutalisks because of that, but he has now taken care of it. And there we go, snipes going off here. Is going to be able to one-shot every Mutalisk as soon as the snipes go off, but at the same time, he needs to back out of here, not engage on it too hard, or sorry, she. And I swear, I need to send her a formal letter of apology for consistently calling her a male. There we go, the Ultras have all been remade. There's a bunch of Infestors with so much energy at the moment. So going to be in a very, very good position. I think that it would even make sense to get to take over one of the medevacs with the Infestors, just to basically mind control it and heal up the Ultralisk. That would be so cool. Very, very effective. And there we go, Fungal Growth's going down. All of these Marines getting caught out. Oh my god. And there we go. So the medevacs do also get caught out at the same time, and that of course forced Light to GG out. Shura takes game number 1, and we're going to move on to... Sorry, this is actually game number 3. So we're going to move on to game number 4, which is actually, again, it's Shura against somebody else. We're going to move on to that. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so that's pretty much it for game number 3. Now, obviously, I didn't actually cast game number 1 and 2. We're going to move on to game number 4, which is again going to be Shura against somebody else. I don't quite remember who it is. I'll be moving on to it straight away. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will probably be released in a few hours, or if it's already 11 o'clock, probably tomorrow. And that's it. Good luck, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.